Welcome back to Apollo Justice, and we're continuing our investigation into the case, and we're about to run into one of Pedro's absolute favourite prosecutors.
Another one?
Yes, just as soon as I get Wacky away from my sight. There you go.
You know, to sum up this case for the most part is alright, in fact, pretty good, but the main tracking point is the defendant. Like, I mean, that's not to say that this case is perfect, but when you really look at it, Wacky is like truly the weakest link of this case. Clavier is a bit bland, but even he's fine enough for, at the very least the second case thing. It's just, I don't want to be defending Wacky.
No.
But why are those girls screaming?
Oh no.
Oh, ow. Ugh.
Ow.
I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him!"
Who, Jacob
Oh
from
my
Twilight?
god. Oh my god, it's them.
Oh my god!
Wait,
is that any
that motorcycle.
That old man, the old bag is
Ah,
still
if it isn't her forehead.
Jesus Christ, this is obnoxious.
Wow, that really
That's
is
you, Gavin.
Squeaker?
Remember, guys, Takumi came up with this song.
Some fans found me on my way out. Just my life.
Oh, I like the song, it's nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, on some
Oh my god, he's so cute!
One thing that does bother me a bit about Dual Destinies, though, is that Dual Destinies, they remixed Trucy's theme, but not this one.
Is there really much use for it, though?
Yeah, you get an actual guitar or
Oh,
something.
no.
Oh, they
I
had
get
an
that.
orchestra.
I get that. What I mean is, does Clavier really... I forget, did they even play this theme in Dual Destinies?
Yes.
God, it really just shows how badly handled Clavier is in that game. I
You
can't
didn't even get a
remember.
theme remix.
Well, although, to be fair, the perceived theme is also kept the same for the 3DS games as well.
But again, they remix all the others. Never mind. Go on, Pedro.
They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them. See?
The thing to remember, Dwibs, is
This
because
is surreal.
this was made natively for the DS, the soundtrack here is a lot more high quality than the soundtrack for the original trilogy. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actual real guitars they're using, because let's remember, the DS was capable of that stuff, with the real instruments. We just didn't hear as many games with them.
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost.
Your hog.
Yeah.
My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust.
We've been getting a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too.
Does it?
Who would be such a freak to do it?
Hard to believe that they could break from just from that.
Oh, it's my
Paige.
fault. I think I was using the wrong oil.
Why?
How?
How stupid can you be? Cars, motorbikes, they're...
No, they're not. Okay, now I get the complaint.
Clog the exhausts and they won't run. It's more complicated than that. Machines, tell me you share my angst. No, I don't want to share your fucking angst. you
Wow.
fucking-
I ride a bicycle, actually.
And you get good exercise for that.
In fact, bicycle is Apollo's favorite Queen song.
In any event, I'm off to this shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me, in any case.
Read the fan fiction, you'll see otherwise. Detective, you mean the one in the lab coat?
Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle.
You're in a foul mood all the time.
Auf Wiedersehen. Bye, bee.
Yes,
Oh god.
Oh my god, here he goes!
I at least don't have to deal with the fangirls anymore.
Ugh.
Still with
And that
the
poor old lady is still
Yeah.
trying to climb over that.
Jesus.
And the forecast for the park today, gloomy skies.
Ah, you've been thinking of that one, haven't you, Justice?
Well,
Yeah, well, this,
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, nothing to do with hang on in. Where's the park, Apollo?
well, what puns can you think of with my name? Too bad, I already made them all.
Justice
That
really
old
is
lady down
blind.
Look, I told you yesterday the park's off limits.
Jesus Christ.
And I told you yesterday, this is how I go home.
Really? You climb over a fence?
Okay, you want me to go around? How about giving me $5, like yesterday?
You do know there's another police officer right there. Connor strikes again. He could report his colleague. The park crime scene is off limits to the public. The police officer on guard by the gate is yawning. He noticed me staring and snapped his mouth shut. Too late, Mr. Officer. I saw you.
Apollo, don't bother other people. Come on.
Yeah, where they're yawn is none of your business. Unless they're yawning right in front of your face. Anyway, people park. Huh? Does something about this scene look different to you?
The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. Oh.
The white frock detective from yesterday.
White frog.
She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can.
Oh, boy.
Emma's going insane. She's
Oh,
under a lot of stress. Apologizing to a bin. The investigation is probably not going too well.
Hey, you there!
Ah!
If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please.
Says the person who talks about Gavin behind his back.
Oh god, you're as annoying as the cough-up queen.
Ah, Detective Sky, hello.
You seem as gloomy as ever.
Yes, our pace is for sure.
Yeah.
This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kid and I can't get the stuff to work.
Oh, nice.
And
And everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop.
Fuck.
Yes, fop.
She's talking about
It's a old
Javier.
English term for fool.
Oh.
Glamorous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin?
well, yeah. More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous?
No!
No, actually, she does mean the...
When he
Whatever.
walks his shiny chains, caps the sun, and glimmer in my eyes, bah! It's distracting.
No.
Punch.
Jesus. Emma, you have an eating disorder. Come on.
Speaking of distracting,
Wow, depressing to
you
you.
choose louder than I do.
I guess I have to accept the fact that I lack talent.
You failed one exam. Sounds like she's trying out for some sort of new forensic. I mean, that'd be like me saying I'm a crap driver just because I failed one driving test.
Oh,
I
trust me,
understand.
Dwibs, there's a lot of build-up to the job and whatnot, and like, well, I can understand where she's coming from. I think the reason that okay, with Emma, it's a bit easier to accept her change because underneath all that gloomy stuff, she still is Emma. Like, well, she will, get happy when she gets to do some proper investigating and whatnot. And to be fair, she's been trying to get this dream it's kind of been her dream job for the better portion of her life. So, her not getting it, I can see why she's a bit down and out about it, especially assuming how long it takes to get a new scheduled exam and whatnot.
Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident?
Okay, I'll say this, I'm a lot more okay with her changes than I am with Hobo Phoenix's, as a lot of fans call him, because with Hobo Phoenix, okay, like I said, Emma at least retains some of the qualities we know her for, her investigative prowess and whatnot, her want, and, she does at least crack smiles here and there. Phoenix, on the other hand, though, does not,
He stays consistently like a soulless mask.
yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna spoil what we find out in the 4 case, but up until that point, Phoenix is pretty much a completely different character. And let me put it like this, when you have a character who, over a bout of duration that, mind you, the audience has not seen, does not know the context of, you want to have it be believable. Like, well, you can't
Honestly,
have a character
Jennifer,
all of a sudden act like nothing like what they were,
Honestly, sorry.
Yes?
Honestly, Jova, I think even in the flashback he's out of character.
Oh, well, Dwibs, like I said...
and the flashback takes place not only like a couple of months after my turnabout.
Well,
Was it?
Dwibs, remember, I
Oh,
said...
no,
I'm not-
bridge to the turnabout, sorry.
Remember,
What are you
Dwibs, I
talking
said...
about?
Something that I'm not really going to discuss until we actually get to that finale case. Basically, though, the reason I'm okay with Emma here is like, well, again, she retains the qualities that we know her of. I mean, she has stuff added on, though, and they make sense. With Phoenix, yes, you can tell they're building up the mystery of why is Phoenix like this, but even when we do find out the mystery, and mind you, it does change some things up, at this point, though, Phoenix he has not acted pretty much like his old self, except when he's in court, for obvious reasons here and there, but... Okay, if there's one thing I don't like in sequels that try to have returning cast come back as bitter old people who hate the world or whatnot, it's that they don't have a decency to, have it be believable. Like, all of a sudden, this is a completely different person with absolutely none of the qualities you loved or respected. Isn't it
Yeah,
great to
the
see these
thing is,
characters
they don't
back?
add on to the character. They go right to 11 and change them almost completely.
Now, I
And
will give
Dual
a pol-
Destiny's kind of... And Dual Destiny's kind of compounded the fact by having him just switch back to his Ace Attorney 3 persona. Like, it's a freaking on and off switch.
It's kind of a reverse Big Boss in a way, in the sense that when we first meet Big Boss in Metal Gear 2, he's a cynical, bitter old man who sees the world in a very bleak way. However, when we play the later games, that specifically Metal Gear Solid 3, which tells us how he became the person he is today, we get a much greater sense of why he became the person that he is. And here, it's basically the opposite in the sense that...
They want you to wait and see.
Yeah.
And even then, like I said, Michael, even with Big Boss, Michael, if you actually compare how Big Boss is, in certain games to how, he was when he was Naked Snake, like I said before, he still retains some of the characteristics and qualities. And I guess it does help that he kind of had also an extra game to add on to his development as Big Boss with Metal Gear Solid 5 as well. That's not to say that Metal Gear Solid 3 on its own wasn't a good enough origin, but Metal Gear Solid 5 helped solidify it, if you know what I mean, Pedro.
I would think more Peace Walker, but sure. 5 can also...
Anyway, so Emma's got a new kit.
Right.
What is this? I see a roller and glue.
Well, this is a footprint analysis kit.
Footprints, eh?
Uh-huh.
Footprint, yes, Apollo. The thing your foot makes when you put it on the ground.
Can someone please share Apollo a brain?
Well, it was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were out.
Left.
Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps?
Kind of like, see what
A lot of
happened
different
is...
ways of pronouncing tarps.
You see, Trucy, what happened
Right?
was...
The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it, as it was that night.
kinda
Ever
like
wanted
in,
to know exactly where someone was standing? Go on, Pedro.
It's kind of like how Tommy Lee Jones interrupted No Country for Old Men for like 5 seconds, just so we know that he put that tarp in that car down, because that's important.
Ah, so with that kit?
Right!
So Tommy Lee Jones was here. Okay.
What?
Oh, that an actor, Apollo?
Wanna try this stuff out?
Don't say that with that expression, Emma. Come on.
What?
Give
It's
me the
white
wrong
and
idea.
sticky. I'm sure it's...
Of course. Well, yes, Joe. I also saw that comic.
Oh,
Which
pshaw,
are
you're
which are
friends.
And
And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Well, at least you're honest.
yeah, you mean she just got the kit.
I like that she considers them friends, even though just earlier she couldn't give a shit before she found out that they knew Phoenix.
She seemed to have a lot of emotional instability.
Yeah.
She jumps around,
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
she's
an
like
interesting
Connor
fact.
from Detroit Become Human.
but
I
she's
used
not
to
an
make magic
android.
bunnies out of paper mache.
I'll remember to every time
Footprint
something
analysis, huh?
I'll remember to
shall
every
we
time
give it a
something... Sorry. I'll remember to every time something happens to Connor, there's the software instability meter going up or down.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I'll give it a go.
That's gonna be the new Fahrenheit meter,
Connor
isn't
has a
it?
sanity meter.
Yes, it is, Jova. It means absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Aww.
And this is
She's reading
Go ahead,
the
go ahead.
instructions off for her kit.
Don't you see,
and this
Sheree?
is
It's for
and this is the
immersion.
start of and this was the start of the Apollo Emma shipping their love of footprint reading. Why does this not fill me with confidence?
First, we have to pick out the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze.
Alrighty.
I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, there's the place to start.
Yeah,
Shoe
the blue
prints.
one.
Prepare to be examined!
Those.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Marking footprints.
Right, here goes.
Science
First,
twigs.
Yeah,
Science.
just the tap
pour the
tap
plaster into the print until it's full.
Yeah, tap the screen and it will fill up. How am I supposed to do that?
With your
Take
hand, your
take
wrist.
the jug and fill the footprint hole
Just
with
touch
it,
the
you moron.
screen where you want to put the plaster, like this.
See, the main character needs their hand held every step of the way.
Well, don't you see, guys? Apollo's asking because he's wondering how are we, the players, supposed to do it. If you run out
Better
of
way to
plaster,
do it though. Yeah, just touch the touch all around until all the areas are filled up, or at least sufficient enough that there you go.
not bad. You're handier at that than you look.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're too young for it. On to the next step.
I'm about as old as you are.
Excuse me, I am 27.
How old am I again?
You're in the 20s, early
Wow,
phase.
he really is that dull.
All right.
There, give it a shot.
There we are using a hair dryer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he
While
Really
he's
decent.
trying that, I'm gonna check his age.
Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look.
I think they said he was 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Turnabout Revolution. Which one's Turnabout Revolution? Was that in the 6th game?
Yes, that's the 6th game.
Alright, so he's 22 around the time of this game.
Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink over the shoe print. Hold on to that roller tight and clamp down. Keep going till you got enough ink on it for a good print. Keep rolling.
Yeah, just again, you use the touch screen, roll it.
Roll down.
Rolling.
Gently down the
the
street.
stream.
Right!
Really?
Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print.
Don't forget to scream.
Ah!
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Here goes. You know, it's Sonny. Sometimes my mom mistakes me for my sister when I do a high-pitched voice.
Be proud, I guess.
Let's see if we get a match. And that was just my sister slamming the door.
She heard you and was not amused.
Yeah, Emma's 3 years older than that.
I was not expecting her to show up at that moment.
Match found.
Jova's got some splaining to do.
God,
So the
she's
shoe
back
print
early
belonged to
from her
Wacky Guitaki
job.
after all.
Anyway, he was in the park on the night of the crime.
Wow, I can almost see the science at work.
Science and
Almost.
magic with their powers combined. Don't you love it?
We can
Oh,
obliterate the
nothing
world.
feels better.
She's definitely way more into this than I.
Just let me know if you want to do some more.
Yeah, without explaining.
Once and more.
I'll be here, solving the case with science.
Science.
Well, that certainly brightened her mood.
She's
Because she's kind of doing the job that she wanted to have in the first place.
Alright, let's talk to her about footprint analysis.
Speaking of which, where are the actual forensic scientists?
Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go?
Right
Say
on.
the CSI
Leave no
season,
print
sure.
unanalyzed, I
Sorry,
say.
Tio?
This ain't a CSI season.
That's actually a good point. That's just the thing. Don't get me wrong, Job. I agree with everything you've said about Emma's change. Yes, definitely. However, I'm still not exact. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it's bad or anything. It's fine. But I still kind of don't care much for the whole have Emma failed the test thing. I don't know. I just
Well, she
think like
passes it.
She passes it later. Basically.
I know. It's just that I don't know. I kind of if you're they didn't really do anything.
Which makes this transitional phase pointless, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
they didn't
so
really
much.
do anything with this. If you ask me.
I wouldn't
Go ahead,
call
go
it pointless so much. I mean, if anything, it does give her some development later on. But, okay, I can see what they meant with the theme here. The theme here is like, well, you know, people having to deal with how their life choices don't always go the best. Now, we know that she can, you know, try and do the test later. However, we are safe to assume that the test takes a while to do. And it makes sense that Emma's depressed here and there. However, to be fair, I will also acknowledge that it does seem a bit pointless. However, this is kind of one of those cases where it's the fact that a different writer kind of took over by Ace Attorney 6. So, if anything, I don't want to say this is Yamazaki's fault, but you may want to take up that more so with Yamazaki than Shu Takumi, because I think it's safe to assume maybe Shu had a different plan in mind. You know, her dealing with the fact that she didn't get the job she wanted, and, you know, her trying to make the most of it. Whereas, I guess in Ace Attorney 6, she takes a test again, and bam, she's got the job.
So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler.
I actually prefer it that way. I like Emma a lot better in 6 than in here.
Oh, I agree. I mean, like, well, the thing that works with 6 is, like, well, it's the perfect fusion of how Emma is in this game with how she was originally. Like, well, she
Because,
still has some
despite-
of her more adult mannerisms as well, but she's a lot more
The
cheerful about it.
munchies.
Oh, yes. I love, actually, how they integrate the munchies in the 6th game, but, we'll save that for later. Anyway.
Looks like we got one more shoe print to analyze.
Also, I'm gonna say this right now, my favorite rendition of her theme is definitely Ace Attorney 6's.
Yeah.
Now, to pick which print you want analyzed.
It's a remix of the one in this game.
Which is a remix of her theme from the first game.
So, a remix of a remix.
Alright then, so just to recap, we found several bouts of footprints. One...
You spilled it.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay, looking good. Next to try the plaster and
Well,
hopefully
don't worry, guys. I'm used to remixes of remixes of remixes. I was waiting for you know, the Gem 3 remakes. Basically, the theme song for the for one of the museums in Gem 3 originally was a remix of the SSN theme from Gen 1. So basically, there's a Gen 6 game remixing a Gen 3 theme, which remixes a Gen 1 theme.
Kid.
Ready? Here it goes.
Oh. And don't even get me started on the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, which remixes Entropy's theme, which is a remix of his theme from Entranced.
Huh, that's a funny... sorry, that's you, Siri.
Is
Go
there
ahead.
even a shoe?
It's a Shu Takumi.
Oh, is that even a shoe?
It
Yeah,
is
shoot,
strange. So smooth.
Except for the part with the leaf.
Well, that just means the
There's
person
something
responsible.
suspicious about it.
Yeah, smashed the leaf.
I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list.
Emma, not for nothing, but you really should look at something before you answer. Jeremy Clarkson found that out the hard way.
Well, I mean, she has the print list with her to compare.
This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe.
There's a shoe print of some kind, though. That's certain.
Still, have to wonder, what's it doing here?
It's right next to the Elgin's noodle stand.
So we've gotten 2 sets of footprints. One
And the
from...
single one.
Yeah, 2 we already know, but this one's unknown.
It does make one wonder. Hey, you.
What?
Yeah, you.
I'm talking to you, man. Yes?
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Justice is blind, not mute. You wouldn't happen to have something in mind, or your scales of justice?
Date me. I mean,
Something that might have left this mystery shoe print?
ignore that I said the D word. This mystery shoe print does remind me of something.
Of a puzzle?
Well, we don't have anything in a minute. Nope, sorry, no idea.
Too bad. I wonder what it is.
Something's familiar about that smooth surface. So smooth it's almost slippery.
Get it? Slippery.
Well, if you think of something, I'm all ears.
Slippery.
Why don't you just go sneaking around in your sneakers then, wise guy?
I've never heard of sneakery before, though. Anyway, let's examine the bin. Sure.
You right?
This trash can. This is where we found the mirror.
Are you in
Come to
karma
think
for
of it.
Shuri?
Wasn't there something else in here?
No, I'm in time. Don't worry.
Okay.
Something near the bottom. Look at the paint on these. That means
It means.
Oh my god, those slippers were
these must have ended
necessary.
up in here. This must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident.
Maybe they're connected. Let's pick them up.
Or I'm a police officer. Don't mess with the evidence.
Actually,
fair enough.
they're slippers.
There's two cops right there, and they're not chiding us for taking evidence from the crime scene.
Well, we're
Sorry,
technically
Dwibs.
taking.
Unfortunately,
Well, Dwibs,
their
Dwibs,
sprites are
Dwibs.
animated, so they can't do that.
We're technically taking evidence to the crime scene, not from it.
Still in the boundaries.
We're taking it right to there.
Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, there we are. Wonder where that leaf mark is from.
Gee, I wonder. Also, dude, we're taking it to show to their superiors, so truly we're doing the right thing.
The bottom is covered with paint.
Someone was playing Splatoon and didn't clean up all that mess.
I see.
Huh. What's this weird shape here? It was a battle of leaves versus sticks.
Looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the weather stepped in some yellow, where it stepped in some yellow paint.
So the outline was left when the leaf was removed.
Also, Dwibs sticks versus leaves is just shit enough to be a Splatfest.
But I got paint on my hand.
Apollo!
You know, I think
What?
ladders versus stepladders. There's also a Splatoon fest in that game.
I saw you tried to wipe your hand on my cape.
Jeez, Polly.
Paulo.
Well, there was nowhere else to
It's
wipe.
difficult to get paint out of clothes, Apollo.
There was nowhere else to wipe it.
Wait, hold on. Both say
Walk around some
Maractus Clinic.
leaves.
What?
Anyway, if you two are done squabbling like the Brady Bunch, this slipper, look right here.
A toe mark. You think we can get a print off that?
Sure, toes have prints just like fingers do, you know?
This little clue might be a gold mine.
All the Earth's biggest catastrophes. The Black
Oh,
Plague.
hold on. There's one problem.
Oh,
The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints.
really?
Oh, bugger.
It's usually
Kind of a
footprints that they keep record of, but never the individual toes.
Oh,
I guess it would be too much to hope for.
10 little fingers, 10 little toes.
Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it.
But we got
All
nothing
right.
to compare
Oh, I
it
know.
to.
Oh, I know this one. Old triangle. Then you search for the hot spots, and then you reconstruct.
I got confused.
and then Clancy Brown storms the scene and says that that's bullshit.
Okay, I've had my bullshit quota for today. I'm not kidding. That's an actual line from Clancy Brown in the game.
Wow, Clancy Brown sounds like one of the best characters in that game.
He is.
is.
He is.
I like that line.
Yeah.
So he's the character who, you know, calls out stuff, but is supposed to be
Jova. If the whole game fleshed out the Connor/Hank subplot, the game would be much better. I should seriously ditch the other two.
Really?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But that means there'd be no Kara.
Honestly,
Fuck
from what I hear, Kara,
she's so boring.
Kara sounds like
In the
she's
game,
an
I mean.
afterthought, ironically.
Also, you can kind of see the remainder of the actual footprint there.
We can analyze it like a regular toe print.
This could be a vital piece of evidence.
No shit.
But how did that footprint get there, though? Did whoever wear that piece of slipper dip their foot in black paint or something?
To be fair, that's actually more of an indent left there.
Alright, Dwibs, be ready to blow.
Made to
I
look
don't-
for the
you don't
convenience
blow
of the
in.
player.
You don't blow in this version, you swipe.
Bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
iOS.
isn't the DS version or 3DS version.
It's the iOS version.
This is the iOS version. In the 3DS version, you're still below.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I feel like the case is solved already.
They're too
Hold-
optimistic.
Not
Trucy,
even
but-
Scooby-Doo gets their mystery solved that easily, Truce.
What was next? We have to match the print, right?
Right, let's match it. Wait,
Yeah.
What?
Trucy,
can't.
pick.
the detective didn't give us a lot of toe
A
prints.
list of toe prints, because there isn't one. Oh, good point.
Trucy, pick a corner of the screen and stick with it.
That's some excellent advice.
You think you are, Petov? I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Fuck you.
Ouch.
Jesus, Apollo.
We're kind of doing your shit for her, though.
Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print.
Hmm.
Too bad we don't know whose toe it is.
Please tell me you aren't into that. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course.
There is? What?
Asking the suspect.
All
to-
you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person with both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person?
Do we?
I guess we do. No, I can't think of anything with a toe print on it. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind.
Oh well, it was too much to hope for, I suppose. Oh, let me know if you do find something.
A toe print sample. Okay, I think I got a little bit stuck here.
Probably need to move somewhere else, dude.
Yeah, probably. I guess we'll find out at some point. It's mystery shoe print. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have our culprit right here.
The badge.
No, the slippers. Yeah, I have to present the slippers. Take that! Well, I think it's these slippers, actually.
The slippers did it.
Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here?
We
Someone's
just
really tired of
analyzed them in front
sleepwalking.
of you.
But look at the bottom. See?
Mom, you checking these jobs out.
Leaves,
Oh look, Dwibs' mom. All right.
You should turn off notifications
No,
before.
no, no.
No.
Okay, that was just beautiful. Thank you,
I
Dwibs' mom.
I will tell you how.
No, no,
Hat Cannon, that's actually Apollo's mom telling him, are you still looking for a job?
exactly.
Please don't work for that anything agency thing.
Ugh. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom? Came out when the slippers
Pedro.
stepped in.
What?
Apollo's mom. Really?
I
Well,
don't know
so-
anything.
Well, Joa, for all we know, as
Well-
of yet.
I guess, but don't you think... You know what? Never mind.
Wait,
Wait,
something's
something-
written on them. The Maractus Clinic. Were you about to steal my lines?
Exactly! The victim's clinic!
Dun dun dun.
Wait, that means
You don't mean...
There could have been... Wait.
that someone from the clinic was involved.
Uh-oh.
The doctor did it.
But the
It was
doctor's
Dr.
dead.
Oh.
Well, maybe he did do it.
Detective Sky? I have a favor to ask.
Dun, 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 dun.
What?
Can you get us access into the Maractus?
Why is she even eating dog food?
Grapes, I
Snackoos.
think.
No. She's eating snackoos.
Or raisins. Whatever. Yeah, okay.
Listen,
Snackoos are
they're
kind...
not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are.
Snackers are kind of like, they're a crunchy snack. Think of them like Scooby snacks, mixed with graham crackers.
I should be able to do something for you, yes.
How nice of you. Yeah? Really?
What? I'm not a completely cold and heartless one. I mean, I know I lost the job, but I wouldn't be that bitter to take it out on you. Well, you did do my work for me with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor.
Thank you, Detective Sky.
All in a day's work. Here, show this to the police officer on duty.
Sure. Hell, it doesn't say hit request on it or anything, does it?
No, what kind of person uses that?
Weird people. No, I'm not saying that line. Fuck that line.
What?
It's not gonna catch on to Cooley, whoever wrote that in the translation.
I think you're kind of making a bigger deal out of that line than needs to
But
be.
that line is
personally.
stupid.
In the next part, we'll see more what Dwibs' mother will tell to him. See ya.
Indeed.
Yes.
See you
Yes, we
later,
will.
mummy.